Good afternoon, folks, and a warm welcome to you all. And what we've got here is looks like a solid state or some sort of state amplifier. Anyway, without further ado, let's find first a fucking screwdriver that fits. Oh, Jesus! Wow! Them screws are in there proper. Christ! Apparently this is dead, so I don't know what make it is. The customer said that it's all RCA parts, which I'm gonna lie it down, it might be easier, which meaning the output transistors are probably RCA. A lot of them were. That's easier. Oh, aye. I bet they're not even the right screws for that. They're not the right screws. Holy fuck. Shouldn't have to go through all that effort to just get a couple of screws out. Anyway, what we'll do, we'll see if we get the chassis out and see what makes this thing tick. Is the soldering iron on? Yeah, it is. There we go. Now, oh, this smells very damp and very musty. Right. Right, so well, you can't get it out from the back there because it's one of them. That's no screws in the side. I mean, that's it. The fucking transistors get caught up on it, don't they? Right, so shall we have a look? And conveniently, how about that? Right. And what we'll do, see, this is had the speaker replaced. Well, somebody's joined the speaker wire back up at some point, so somebody's obviously. Right, so let's see. There's a fuse there. Let's see if it's blown. And there's two fuses on the chassis, so we'll see if they're blown. So, the thing to always do is check fuses. Where's my other end to this? Right, that'll do. Yeah, that fuse is okay. So the fuse is that fuse, the main fuse, the power supply is okay. Yeah, this is a and that's okay. So basically, let's have a look. Now what we'll do, we'll test the switch. And see if the switch is okay. I mean, this has got them stupid Scotch plug things on, or the spades. Let's pull one off and have a there we go. Just so I get to the switch, I'm going to test the switch, make sure the switch is working. So power on should be down. Oh. Well, I've got a feeling we'll just get this wire all the way off. Right. Hang on. Yes, I thought the switch was buggered, it's not, it's alright. Yep, switch is okay. So, given that the switch is okay, and the fuses are okay, now let's test the fuse in the plug. Not saying that won't have already been tested, but let's test it anyway. We have a 5 amp fuse in the plug, which is correct. A 3 or a 5 amp would do it, no problems. Yep, the fuse is working. A very good connection now. There we go. Better. Right. We shall have a look. We shall now test the speaker. All these tests have to be done. Now what colour is the speaker? It's the pink and the brown. So I'll clip the, because we've got bare wires here, so I'll clip onto that. Well, we've got a loose connection. we've got bad continuity on that brown, because I'm going to move that socket and I test the brown. Let's test the speaker. Nothing. Nout. Nothing. Oh, hang on. Let me disconnect. I bet that's not even fucking. Let's test the. No, I bet that weren't even connected. Pull that off there. Look at that, just joined together. Bet they weren't even connected. Eight ohms. It's 8 ohms, and we'll clip it onto here, and right, so basically what we've got a problem, and it's a loose connection in the speaker so far. So what I'm going to have to do here, I'm going to have to replace the speaker wire before I go any further. Get my nice wire out, and what we'll do, I normally say at this point we'll measure it down, but we won't. What we'll do, we'll get ourselves prepared, then we'll get the cup of coffee, I mean at the end of the day, the guy that owns these, he's going on holiday, so, or he's going away, and he's going to be not in a rush to get them back. But that doesn't mean to say that I can sit here and do nothing. Put them wires over there for a second, and we'll get everything here prepared that we need to be prepared. So we're going to use, look at the state of this. It's fucking horrible, isn't it? So let's cut that cable clamp off. If we can find me cutters. Where's my cutters? No mind, it's usually these fucking pliers. But yeah, customer said this was dead, but did he mean dead or dead? There we go. But until I've ruled out that issue with the speaker, until I've ruled that issue out, then we're going to assume. Until I've ruled that issue out, we're going to assume nothing and expect anything. Where's me fucking cutters gone? They're not. I mean, 2 pairs of my pliers are actually where they shouldn't be. They're actually down here on the floor, but I want to get everything prepared so that I can come back in a minute with a cup of coffee and I can start work. I mean, it's nice actually to have some amps to work on rather than fucking radios. I don't mind radios, but you know, you still get your money from them. But well, there's me cutters. Not the ones, but the one that'll do. Oh, pardon me. That wasn't the chair creaking, that was my dirty, sweaty, fat ass. Oops. So what we're going to do, we're going to clip that there. Clip that about the same length. Then what we'll do is just pull that wire off, pull the sheathing off there. And do the same with this one if I can. He says. Not quite, but it will do. I didn't want all the pink one off anyway. Right. So, what we need next is a state of that. What we need next is our heat shield. What we need next, actually, we're all prepared now, is a cup of coffee. Just clear the space here, folks, that's where the cup of coffee goes. There we go, we're back. Now we want the heat shrink if I've got the right sizes. If I haven't, then we'll make do. First of all, just tidy up on the top here. There we go. Yes. Put my money in a safe place. There we are. That'll do that. It's up there out of the way. Right. So what we're going to do now. Right. Where's my freaking bins gone? Do you know, you take them off and put the fuckers down and then you come back to them, you sit down, you don't know where you've put the damn fucking glasses. I fucking hate getting old. Where will I put my fucking glasses? Oh, there they are. Push them behind the fucking amp. Right, let's find some. Right, well, the wire we're going to use is this stuff. Only the best quality stuff in this workshop. We'll find. I mean, I'm running out of the sizes I need. I mean, well, I say I'm running out. I've got some black one there which is a bit thick for what I need, but unfortunately I'm going to have to try and make that do. I'll try and make that work. Unfortunately, there's nothing else I can really do. Luckily I only need 2 pieces because the other wires will solder directly onto the speaker. So we're all right there. So what we need to do here now, we need to connect these mechanically, get a good mechanical connection. I'm going to connect there we go, good mechanical connection on there. Solder. Where's me? There we go. And I think we're actually, yeah, we ain't going anywhere there. And we're good. So we'll put the red piece over the red, and we'll see how far we can shrink it down. If not, then I'll come up with another idea. I can't get it. I'd like it a bit thinner, but you can usually do it. You can usually do it. I like to use my heat gun for this, but given that my heat gun's behind that speaker, I can't get to it, I can't use it. Oh, there we go. As long as it slides on, it shrinks on, and it's, I mean, it does. I mean, it's, right. Well, that's good enough. Let's put the black one on. I mean, you guitar amp purists will probably be saying, hey, you're using the wrong colour wires. I'm not really a guitar amp man, but there again. If you're prepared to pay me, as long as I'm paid, I don't mind doing the job. I mean, guitar amps are just dirty versions of audio amps. You know, but there again, they're designed to sound like that because that's how we like them. Yeah, and slide that over that. That's how we like them. We like them to sound dirty. I like me guitar amps like I like me women. Rough and dirty. No, I'm kidding, folk. But I do like. What I will do in a minute, I'll put another piece of heat shrink over the top of these two. And that'll reinforce it. But I'm pretty sure we're on the ball here. We've got it sussed. There we go. Right. Let's check that. Oh yeah, lovely. Let's get another piece of heat shrink out. About the same diameter as the last piece I used. Yeah, so we got the swap meet coming up next month, folks, on the 11th. I spoke to young George earlier and reminded George about it. He's going to come in and spend the night here so that he can come with us on the Sunday. He can tank on my settee for the night. I don't mind. There we go. See. And what I'll do in a minute, I'll check these for make sure that everything's right, which I'm pretty certain it will be. Let's shrink this down. There we go. A lot of you are probably thinking this is overkill, but you know, I like things right. I don't think it's overkill. Now, what we'll do, we'll strip the wires. Bring out. What I might actually do, you know, to save having to keep getting the multi-tester out every time I want to just test continuity, I'm gonna make a continuity tester, so I can just test continuity, so I don't have to keep getting the meter out every time, because it can be a faff. You know, make a dedicated tool to do the job. That's the black wire. Yeah, we're all right there. Now the red wire. What else? We get a wire in there. So like there. all right there. Right, so we're all right there. So next job is to feed the speaker wire down the hole. Not a hole as such, just a slit in the fucking, there we go. There we are. Turn the amplifier around. Take the chassis off the top of it for a minute because we might need to tilt it forward to solder the wires on. There we go. Let's see how much wire we need to come through because we need it out, well it goes as far as them, so, and they don't go any further than that, so that's what we need. And this is supposed to be a 4 ohm speaker and it was reading more than that. Let's pull these wires through. See what this speaker actually is supposed to, see what the speaker actually reads. It's supposed to be a 4 ohm speaker, it's got 4 ohm stamps on the back of it. So let's have a look. Nothing. I'll tell you what. Whoever wired that fucking speaker up. Jesus, look at that. Yeah. Well, let's see if we can do better than the last engineer, eh, folks? If you want to fucking call him that. The pink is red, and that's what I think I've connected the pink to. Gonna stay at that. Look at it. And I bet the monkey who put that wire in, I bet he had the bare-faced effrontery to charge somebody for doing that as well. Right, so I'm gonna right. Let's see which one is alive and negative, because it is marked on the speaker, so it may as well be, if we're gonna do it, I may as well do it right. The pink. Let's have a look at the plug. Goes in that way. So the brown is the top, which is red. So the brown's red and the pink's black. So what we'll do here, and we'll clip the speaker wires about there. Yeah, we've got plenty of room there. There we go. Put that back in my wire stash. You know, I might be able to get this fella back out here again today. But he's going on holiday, so I'm hoping I might be able to get him back before he goes and get the payment for this. You never know. If not, I'll wait till he comes back. But yeah, I don't know. But we'll see. Don't even know if this is working yet. Not even tested it. There might be something underlaying. But speaker, that speaker certainly, what I want to do is wrap the wires around the power cord, just temporary while I tin them up. Solder. Yeah, I need my solder. Oh, watching, what's his name last night? My mate Vince, he's getting good. Aye, I mean, to be perfectly honest, I'm not into that surface mounted crap, or, you know, I hope this fucking speaker works. It doesn't look the fucking best. At least I've got the fucking wires to the right fucking length anyway. At least the wires are right. Let's get a bit of solder on that terminal. The first terminal has loads on it. And this was designed to have spades. There we go. Just checking on pull off. No. Right, now let's test the impedance of that fucking speaker. We've got some nice clean solder on that now, so we should get a nice joint. Should get a nice connection on it now. Connect that to there. Nothing there. There's nothing there. Oh, the speaker's not bollocks. I mean, oh, hang on. Ah, that's why there's not there. Look at this. Yeah, look what I've just found. No wonder there's fuck all there. The fucking lead that goes into the fucking speaker from the coil is actually off. And is it long enough to fucking reach back without obstructing the movement of the coil? Might have to take the fucking speaker out of this. Yeah, the wire's off the coil, that's why I'm getting no fucking reading. Right, so if I can just get that to there. Right, let's lean that forward. Double the solder up to just get the thickness a bit more. Now, let's try. See where we're at now, see if that's soldered on. Nope. Might have to take the fucking speaker out to do this. Let's try cleaning the copper. There we go. Let's try tinning it. Whoops. Let's get me pliers. I'm not fucking up. Get off the magnet, you fucking. Oh, for fuck's sake. But that's what the problem is. The melt that wire. Fuck's sake. It's awkward working inside the cabinet. Can I bend that terminal down a bit? Yeah. Right, let's try that. No, I don't want to go on that. And there's solder on it. The solder on it is just. Ah, finally. Now, see if we get a fucking reading. .4 ohms, that's good enough. Right. So, I'll tell you what. Yeah, that's okay, that. But, well, we know it's okay because it's reading what it should. Well, near enough. Now, the 12th 1979 this was made. This is an old amp. That'll be the 12th month, that would have been December. Right, well what I'm going to do, I'm going to put the amp back in the case because I'm pretty sure, well what I'm also going to do, I'm going to bring it up on the variac. Now a lot of you, and the lamp limiter we're on, a lot of you hear me mention the variac a lot. And basically what the variac is, it's a, for those who don't know, I'm not going to try and teach you grandmother here to suck eggs. So this is purely for those who don't know. The variac is basically, it's a variable AC supply. That's what variac stands for, variable AC. It varies the current going, the voltage, current and stuff going in. Varies the voltage going in. Right, well, that ain't happy. So there's no way I'm putting full AC through that. So, at least we're getting somewhere. Now, let's pull it back out and test these capacitors. The trouble is, my capacitor test has gone dead, at least I think it has. Might be just enough in it to test these. But we've got a hum there, so nice mains hum there, wasn't there? So what the fucking hell's that? Right. I just had to take that call. Be. $2,200, yep. Yeah, this has got that loose. I mean, it's probably more than likely going to be the fucking transistors that are fucked in this, but you'll soon find out. There's just enough in that charger, in that tester to test these. Yep, so it's not the capacitors. They're okay. So the filters are okay. So if the filters are okay, then what number are these? I'm just looking. What number are these transistors? N 355 3055. Yeah, I've got some of those, I'm sure of it. So what we'll do, we'll oh hang on, I could just hang on. Got those. No. Right, well what we'll do, we'll check the transistors. We'll check the output transistors to begin with. In fact, what I'm actually going to do, oh hang on, I just fucking spotted something. Do you know, it looks like a broken trace. That looks like a broken trace. That looks like a broken trace there, folks. Put the test probe on the end so that we can, there we go. That looks broken there. No, it's not. Make sure that the connect. No. I'll bet I'll bet one of these outputs is short. Go to negative. Let's put this on. Just do a hang on. That doesn't appear to be short. And that obviously is to the collector, the red. Nothing on that one. There's on that. There is on that. Let's try this one. And obviously that's the collector. Let's check opposite way around. Right, well that one is reading differently to the last one. That one. That's the collector. Right, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to actually disconnect this one. And I'm going to do it this way. Yeah. It's easier to do it this way. And what we'll do, we'll get the proper checker out. We'll do a proper check. So I can reconnect all this, it's not a great issue. Right, let's get the transistor checker. I think it's in this box. Maybe I probably got the wrong fucking box out. Nope, it's the right one. Right, let's find out what the issue is. Because I'm not happy with the behaviour. That one seems okay, I'm not happy with that one, but I'll check them both. And I like these peak testers, I think they're fucking brilliant. If you haven't got one of these and put your hand in your pocket, go the extra expense and get one. They're brilliant. Well, that one's okay. Yeah. That's okay, that's working. So right, so what we'll do next, we'll get some heat shrink. We've only got the really thin ones left. I don't know if they're thick enough. Might be. Let's see. I mean, the customer's not in a rush for this stuff back anyway, so yeah, that's thick enough. Just because I don't need the whole piece. Mind you saying that. And you're saying it's got to go over the wires as well, hasn't it, after I soldered them, so. No, so what we'll do. Shut up! So what we'll do, I mean, the guy doesn't want to spend a lot of money on these because there's not really a lot of money in them, but and he's right, there's not really a lot in them, but we've got a nice layer of solder on there. Yeah. Oops, put some heat shrink on it. So the heat shrink will slide down it. Not that one. Too fucking too thick. got any in that size. I'll have to order some in. All the fucking sizes I don't want. Well, really miniature sizes, I've got those. And they're fucking big ones. You never seem to run out of big ones. Might have to just use those and shrink the fuck out of them like I did before. I'll just do it that way, I think. Because, oh, hang on. I think I spotted something. There we are. They're the fucking size I need. Slide it all the way down so it don't fucking prematurely shrink. Now, squash that so we don't have any pointed or anything that can stick through the heat shrink. Cause a premature short. Just hope there's enough to go over that. I mean, luckily it shrinks. There we are. Yeah. Spot on. Okay. Pull that piece off there because it's too fucking... I need another. Need another piece. I'm definitely going to have to order some more of this stuff in. I mean, it might turn to a two-part of this, I hope not. I'd rather do it as a single. Well, now I've got the right size heat shrink, I can just... There we go. Makes it fucking easier. Well, it does until you lose your solder. You know, I'm fucking sick of this. I can't fucking put it down, it disappears. I've pulled a good length of solder off my fucking reel and it's gone. I think the solder fairy's struck again. Go and pick on someone else. There we go. And sharp on now, let it cool down completely before I hit it with the heat shrink over it. Get myself some lunch in a minute. good enough. That one's on. Yeah. It's a bit hot there. See if it's not the outputs. Certainly wasn't that one anyway. It could be, I don't think it's this one. So if it's not the outputs, it's something else. Bit of a sharp point there, it's just that's it. There we go. That's okay. Now let's try. I'm going to try and test this one in the circuit. See if I can just lift the sleeving up on them. Yeah, come in, Shyster. I'm not bad, I'm just, hang on, let me just pause my video. Come in. Out. Right, here we go. We're back. That was just a friend of mine popped in. Right, so what we want to do, we want to test. Do you know, I've done it again. Where have I put them? Fuck me. In my fucking pocket. Yeah, right. Right, so we know the fuses ain't blown. And we've got to test this other transistor here, haven't I? I'm going to test this other output because I mean that could be an issue. I mean I don't want to undo them off the heatsink. Not until I know, so I'm going to try and... Oh, there we are. Now let's get the tester on that, see if it will test in circuit. That's the capacitor tester. This is the very similar colour. Connect him onto there. Him onto there. Him onto there. Unknown faulty component. Right. Are we going to get lucky here? Are we going to get lucky? Well, I don't have to snip the fuckers this time anyway. I can just, don't know why I didn't do that the first fucking time. There we go. And you can't get the wires mixed up because they're wired the same way on the other side. So let's see. Now, unknown faulty component. I hope it really is, because I've got some of them transistors knocking about. I think I have anyway. But if it's a transistor and I've got it, then it's not going to be. I mean, this is not an high value item, so the bloke doesn't want to spend a lot, so I won't. You know, if I've got the parts, then I'll do it as cheap as I can, as is humanly possible. NPN bipolar transistor. Nope. It ain't the transistor. So the outputs are fine. Nothing wrong with those. So start looking at these other transistors around here now. Driver transistor, it could be that. So we'll solder the outputs back on. Solder the outputs back into place. Because the outputs are okay. So therefore it could be the driver. Because I had this with one of my amps on the disco console back there, and to be honest, the first thing I always check, the output transistors. I always check the outputs first, because you never know. But I had this on my disco console and it was the same problem, and it turned out to be a driver. So go. No, I don't know what these resistors here are supposed to be. I've not got the schematic, I've not got the diagram for them. I haven't got the manual for this, so they've not had no values marked on it, so we'll just see. .5, 0.6, so I'd say they're okay. Right, so what we need to do next is we need, and you can actually see through the board. So I reckon it's I reckon it's one of them fuckers there. Right, well I've got the chassis, the board out of the chassis. 3 watts power combo according to this. It's a little 3 watt amplifier. Let's have a look at the transistors. Right, so I'm going to check. Let's see if we move this a bit further back. There we go. Give me a bit more working space. Now, I want to check. These really I want to check here that are in these 4 here are what I really want to look at. But what's missing from here? Something's been clipped. Could be nothing. Something looks like it's been clipped. And so we'll start with that transistor there. Right. I'm going to use the what do you call it because I'm going to try and avoid pulling them out if I can. And then that's it. Now on that side on that one. Now on that side. Now on that side. There is on that one. There's nothing of. Right, so let's get the sucker. Yeah, let's have a look. What's wrong? Tool. Where's the fucking... It could be a dodgy transistor, but it's got to be. I think it is. That ain't that one. It ain't that. That fucker's working. The hole's clear. Yeah, well, the arc it pulled out, didn't it? As well. Pop this back in. Tell you what, the fucking fiddly. There we go. That's it. Right. Now I've got a feeling it could be a short, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to probe, put it in continuity. Go on the ground. Right, now let's have a look at these transistors. Now I know that, let's start with this fucking thing here. So basically you have to next one. The good thing is though, you can really see, you can actually just practically see through the fucking board. That's the one I've just tested. No, it's not. Yeah, it is. Test this one. Got this bastard here. There it is. That's okay. Yeah. And that one there was tested. Test that one. See what. Test these diodes. put it on. Yeah. I'm beginning to wonder and that's the output, so that fuse must be for the output. Let's see where this other fuse goes. That's immaterial though, because the fuses. Right, so we've got, so this, so let's see where, charges up and discharges. Ah. Oh no, they're not. I thought they were blown out, they're not. They're not. No, they're not. I thought the op amps were fucking, oh there's two, see them fucking two transistors there. I didn't spot them bastards. They're not fucking doing much of anything, by the look of that. Oh yeah. Yeah. So, let's test this diode here. Just because that's working though, because an LED going to that. But I don't know what these, I think I tested that one. Yeah. test that one now. So if it's a short circuit, it reads nothing. Right, so given that the outputs are okay, should these two capacitors be anyway? So these two big capacitors should be. I don't think it's them, but I don't know what they should be. Let's see what it should be. There we go. 2,200 at 63 volts. So let's measure them again, just in case I've got it wrong, which I doubt. So no, it's pretty much on the money. 2,300. It's yes. So that's. You sure these are not loose? These legs on the back. I've had that before. Put a bit more solder. Next one. Pull this one out. Test this one. And then we'll start pulling little transistors out of proper test. Shut up! 2.22569. Yeah, that's plenty there. That's okay. I'm gonna leave that in. I'm gonna just check the end's not loose. No, because I've had them where the ends have been fucking loose. Oh, it's 30 watt, not 3. There we go. It's a 30 watt amp. But there we go. I mean, for all I know, it could be one of them fucking op amps that's fucked. I don't think it is though. Don't think it is. Right, get back to the transistors. So so we know the capacitors are okay. So they're fine. These two transistors here, can't see them in it. No. It's either this, or this. That's okay. Could even be that. I'm gonna plump for. I'm gonna go for this little one here. The reason why I'm gonna do that is because A, I can get to it fucking easily. B, you get a bit of lunch or something in a minute. And that's where your speaker solders on, so what we'll do a bit of tracing as well. There we go. Now let's connect the transistor tester or component analyzer. But I mainly use it for transistors. So that's why I always refer to it as a transistor tester. Whoops. Did I connect it to the wrong one? NPN bipolar. Yeah, we're alright on there. So that transistor's not fucked. So let's pop this one back to where it lives. I mean, I'd like to get it working. Just for the hell of it, really. It's not really fighting me, this, as such. It's let's have a look at where the speaker wires go. Go to here, and the brown is live. Goes to see where negative goes. brown speaker wire, we just do a little bit of circuit tracing. Your brown speaker wire, which is here, goes to there. You've got, so that must be negative for your speaker. So I thought your brown went into that transistor. It doesn't. Looks like it does, but it doesn't. See where the pink goes? Pink's live. So that's pink. Where are we into there? We're into that capacitor there. That's not sharp. But I bet the fucking transistor next to it is. I bet that capacitor. Let's see where that capacitor goes. So let's follow the pink again, let's make sure we're on it. Yeah. Shove that one up the hole, I'd have to hold it then, do I? So right, let's follow it up this way. Now, we're going straight into that transistor. So that transistor there Let's test that transistor. Test that. There's something not right. It's okay. So I don't know. Straighten the pins. Don't know what it is. It's not really many transistors to test. I'll do one, I think. Tested all the outputs. That one there's been walloped with something. It could even be that, but they're all clean enough. Yeah, I can see through them. It should go back in, it fucking came out. That's it. Bend the legs back over, but not all the way, because, you know, if I ever need to get the bastard back out, make it easier. Because you don't know, the fucking thing might come in for repair again. Not from the same guy, I don't think. He sells them on, but right, what else have we got to check? This transistor here, we'll test that fucker there, we might as well. Might as well. That's not bad. For the first time I've had to use the sucker twice, to suck off twice there. Get one component out, but we'll just hope it'll snap the legs off. There we go, you see, you just pull them out gently and you can get them out without having all this fucking about. You can get them out. All this, without all that fucking way, you just lift them out. Just jiggle them. I mean, it's, you know, I'm going to get another brew in a minute, folks. It's a cup of tea time. Yeah, and that one's okay as well. So we've tested all the transistors, have we? Apart from this one here at the top, which looks like somebody's hit it with something. So we'll put this transistor back in. Just straighten that leg. Always helps you put your transistors back in to make sure the fucking legs are straight, they're going easier. Right. So, and that went in that way. I hate it when you fucking pull a transistor out and there's two possible fucking ways it can go back in and you forgot. And you've got a fucking hole at the top and an hole at the fucking bottom. There's two possible fucking ways it can go in. It's fucking, I hate that. You can't fucking remember, does it that way or this fucking way? Yeah, I'm picking the fucking sucker up on the iron. Brew time in a minute, folks. Right. The only one I haven't checked is this fucker here at the top. It's the only one that hasn't been out on them two little black ones. But tell you what, let's see, this one's been fucking, somebody's hit that with something. It could even be damaged, but I don't think that'll be too far away from the outputs, I think. Oops. Oh, broken the leg off. Bastard. What number is it? Broken fucking, the first time I've managed to break a fucking leg off, never mind. I'll have one somewhere. Let's just test the fucking, the two legs that are left on there anyway, should just test as a fucking. So that was probably okay as well. No, never mind. So we've got to find one of those. So I'll put one of them in. I'll have one somewhere. Well, I'll have a look through my transistor box in a bit. What number did I say it was? It's an RCA part anyway. That's immaterial, a BC or whatever I'll do it. So 40361. Or it could be a 7923. Let's have a quick look in the reference book. I could check it up on the internet. I could go online and check it up. But I've got a reference book somewhere. I can't see it at the moment. I'll tell you what, I'm going to have a brew. And then I'll come back. Hi folks! And welcome back. And we're back on the guitar amp. I've replaced that transistor which I pulled out, which actually did test. Well, I don't know whether it tested okay, but I replaced it and got a bit of a once we're in, we're all right. No hum there now. Volume, bass, treble, presence. Alright, let me go and get a guitar. Just see if we've got a lead. Let's go and get a guitar and see. Once that's tightened up, I think we've got a bit of a loose connection, but there again, we're gonna have all sorts of ground issues because I've got to put all the ground and I've got to sort all that lot out, put all the caps back on for all the nuts and stuff back on for the knobs and make sure everything's grounded correctly. Let me just go and get a guitar. Right, I'll warn you now folks, cover your fucking ears, because I don't play the guitar, and the reason why I don't play the guitar is because I can't play the guitar, but I have a guitar just in case I get an amp to repair, and I'm left-handed, by the way. I'm left-handed, and let me just find the fucking guitar tuner. Oh fuck it. Just plug it in. I'm not gonna. Just make sure, see what it sounds like. I warn you folks, this ain't gonna be pleasurable. And no, I'm not deliberately punishing you. Forgot my neighbour upstairs. Oh shit. But that's enough of my efforts to play the guitar. Now that can go back in its bag. Now we know, well actually I'll leave it out for now because I'm going to put the guitar, I'm going to put the amp back together. And that, that folks is the guitar amp repaired. It took a while to identify this amplifier, but I managed it. It took a while to identify this amp, but I managed it. It's actually a poker. It's actually a poker MX48. It's a poker MX48, and it's a 30 watt. It's a 30 watt amplifier. Right, so you know, given that we've got this now repaired, and that's done, it should be a saleable item for the customer, because the customer who's had this repaired is actually a buyer and seller of things, a bit like myself, only, you know, he does it for a living. Anyway, I'm going to end it here, folks, because you don't want to see me put the knobs and stuff back on. The only bit you wanted to see me do was repair the amp, and it's repaired now. Because remember at the beginning of the video when we put the speaker wire and everything back in and we got the speaker connected, we had that horrible hum. But we've not got that now. I replaced the capacitor and I replaced that transistor. I replaced the capacitor because I replaced this one here because the legs were broken off it, which is a 0.01 I think, if I remember rightly. Anyway, I've replaced that and it's now working, and I replaced that transistor as well, and obviously that transistor needed to be replaced, but I won't put that on his bill because I don't know whether his original, mind you, I don't know, the original probably was buggered because it is working now. So but what I'll do, I'll double check everything's connected correctly and everything's right, put everything back as it was, and it's there now, it's done for him. And I shall catch you later, folks, and thanks for watching. Bye for now.